it takes away a lot of your inhibitions while still allowing you to think relatively clearly. I'm not saying that this is going to allow you to operate farm equipment or motor vehicles while you're drinking it or after you've been drinking it, but it does allow you to maintain a certain presence of mind. And I think that's one of the big reasons that artists were as drawn to it as they were. They wanted to be stripped of their inhibitions, but they also needed to be able to function at the same time. They needed to be able to either get pen to paper or brush to canvas to be able to have all the creativity that started to flow out of them to be able to actually make the rubber meet the road. So this was an important catalyst for those artistic endeavors because of that. The other reason is, every artist talks about needing a muse, and muse is just a source of inspiration. Well, what sorts of things inspire us? I'm inspired by the way things smell and taste, and I think a lot of people are as well, regardless of what field of endeavor they're in. So being able to have something that has depth, that has complexity, that has intensity, the way an absinthe does, in both aroma, flavor, and in the way that it's consumed, provides a great opportunity for anybody who's looking for that sort of inspiration, who's looking to find their muse. It all starts with looking at it. The first impressions that you're going to get from an absinthe are by looking at the absinthe and looking at the color. And the color is this beautiful shade of green. Clouds, the louche that everyone talks about when it comes to absinthe. It gives you something to watch. It was a ritual that forced people to slow down. We walk into a bar and we run up and we want a beer, and half the time we don't even want to take the time to put it into a glass and really enjoy it. This was a time and a place where people wanted to sit. They wanted to watch that. They're the same people that would be watching their Guinness settle today, and really get a kick out of watching that. And this, you've got these clouds that just swirl around. I could see how that would inspire a visual artist for certain. That louche rises up to the top. Once the louche makes it all the way to the top of the liquid, that's the time that traditionally you were supposed to drink your absinthe. And so you end up with something that's got this beautiful, opalescent, almost pearly quality to it. It also helps open up a lot of the aromatics. This is it's got very, very intense concentrated aromatics from all the different botanicals that are present. This makes them come out at a much greater rate. It also helps to spread it around on your palate. If you've got something that's way too concentrated, it's very hard to get a sense for what it is, but this smooths it around, gets it to more receptors on your palate, and allows you to really appreciate it. So these are all the different things that happen as you first approach an absinthe. You've got the visual appeal, you've got the aromatic appeal, and then you've got what you get on the palate. After that, after a little bit of time sipping this stuff, you start to feel the physiological effect. You start to feel a little bit of a buzz, and then once that starts to set in, you also recognize that there's a difference to that sort of a buzz. There's a focus, there's a mental clarity. There was somebody that had tasted it one day who said, it feels like the air is a little sharper around everything. And I think that was a really, really apt descriptor for the way absinthe hits.